Kiwi reportedly killed in Ukraine, distraught mother tells of fears. The rugby world reacts to Scott Robertson's big appointment, and negotiations continue almost a week after teachers' strike. Atamaria, I'm Sherry Kinnear, and these are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. The mother of a veteran New Zealand soldier fighting on the front lines in Ukraine fears he's been killed in action. Ngāti Tetai has told our newsroom she's lost daily contact with her 38-year-old son Kane, but says she's still holding out some hope that he's alive. MFAT says it's aware of reports he's died, but those reports are yet to be officially verified. Kane, who has a 12-year-old daughter, was in regular contact on social media with a wide circle of friends, and his absence through Monday and today led to concerns. Former All Blacks coaches and rugby pundits are throwing their support behind Scott Robertson. The Crusaders coach has been named as the new All Blacks coach for 2024, taking over from Ian Foster after the Rugby World Cup. Some have described him as wonderfully creative and someone who isn't afraid of making mistakes. The six-time Super Rugby winning coach says he's been preparing for this opportunity for a long time.
It's great to be here today, but I understand my roles and responsibilities. But extremely excited to make the phone calls to my mum and dad, Mo and Joe. It's pretty special, they're an emotional couple. A group opposed to Auckland Council's proposed budget is challenging councillors to change their approach. The current proposed budget would see a $195 million reduction in operating costs. Better Budget Auckland says the cuts will leave the city worse off and will remove vibrancy from it. The group says more debt is the way to go and that Auckland can afford to borrow more without reaching its debt ceiling. Negotiations are continuing between teachers' unions and the Education Ministry after last week's teacher strike. Kindergarten, primary and secondary teachers and principals took part in the nationwide strike. The Post-Primary Teachers Association has met with the ministry and further meetings are scheduled. Acting President Chris Abercrombie says discussions have been fruitful, but there's still work to do.
We are balloting members at the moment, so it'll be taking place this week, electronically balloting them, and then that will help determine our next steps into term 2.
And a warning not to move away from natural gas too quickly in New Zealand. Research commissioned by the energy sector is recommending natural gas be part of the transition away from fossil fuels toward renewables. It comes with concern about the future of our electricity industry following a survey by the Consumer Advocacy Council late last year. It found that more than 2/3 of residents and more than half of small businesses are worried electricity will become unaffordable for some over the next 10 years. And those are the latest New Zealand Herald headlines. For more stories and to stay up to date, head to nzherald.co.nz. Kia pai te rā. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.